Hello everyone. Welcome to our latest AdvocateHub class, Let's Get Quizzical. And today we're going to be talking about our newest quiz stage, which is an option for our challenge creation content pile. My name is Chantel Young, and I am a customer strategy co-op at Influitive. It's been amazing so far diving into the world of advocate marketing, and I'm so excited to continue learning more in the future. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to know, out of the people who are listening in this webinar, who have used the quiz stage in your own Advocate Hub. So I'm just going to leave this poll for about 15 to 30 seconds for you to just select yes or no, and then we'll move on. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to take a look at the results here. Oh, awesome, 50-50. Great. It's a good indicator for me to see how much knowledge you guys have on the quiz stage. Perfect. So on today's agenda, I just wanted to address a few topics. What the quiz stage was like, what people did before the quiz stage existed, some goals for what we would like to achieve with the quiz stage, the breakdown of how the quiz stage works, some integrations with how you can utilize the quiz stage with other stages already in the challenge options, why advocates love quizzes so much and why they are so effective, how quizzes can benefit you as the administrator, and some actionable tips on how to craft a great quiz, as well as some future considerations for areas of improvement on the quiz stage. And lastly, just a live Q&A session. So to begin, what is the quiz stage? It's essentially a new challenge stage allowing you to quiz your advocates. And when you are adding a new stage, you can find the quiz icon under Advocate Actions, as seen highlighted in red. And to activate this, if you just look at the top right corner of your screen on your account, you can go into Settings. And then from there, under Settings, under the System drop-down menu, you can see Influitive Labs. And then from there, all you got to do is check off the quiz stage option, and then you're good to go. So before the quiz stage existed, the closest option to a quiz-like format was for administrators to ask advocates questions and provide a radio button selection for responses, such as this example right here. And this required approval from administrators to manually approve of every single correct answer that the advocate selected from the radio button selection. And clearly, it was a pretty tedious burden when tons of answers would come flowing in and needed to be approved one by one each time. And it's no better for the advocates as well, because they have to wait for the administrators to approve of their answer. They cannot move on to the next question. So it results in a very slow turnaround for people to just complete one challenge. And also for administrators, they have the responsibility of juggling and approving so many inputs from advocates, such as feedback, reviews, and images that quizzes can sometimes be forgotten or shoved down to the bottom of the priority list. So advocates will be waiting around, half completing challenges, and gain an overall mediocre experience from this. And thus, the quiz stage arrives. So what Influitive plans on achieving with this are two main things. The first one is to initiate a better advocate experience with a faster turnaround. And the second one is to reduce manual approval time for administrators. Now let's dive into the characteristics of the quiz stage. Possible use cases for the advocate. First of all, advocates can answer a quiz stage once. After selecting and submitting their answer, they can see if their answer was right or wrong. If their answer was right, they get notified and they earn the points for it, such as this example here. The correct answer is Wonder Woman with a green check mark beside it. And if their answer was wrong, then they can see what the right answer is and they will not earn the points. So the person selected product design, but that happened to be the wrong answer, and the correct answer is advocacy. Some use cases for the administrators. Administrators can only use one quiz stage in each challenge. And for every quiz stage, administrators can create as many questions as they want. So this gives a lot of room. For each question, they can create multiple wrong answers and one correct answer. And as you can see in this example, the ring is listed as the correct answer, and an amulet bracelet, and pendant are all listed as wrong answers. So the system will automatically generate and randomize these into bulleted options depending on how many you want. So you can also adjust for how many points an advocate can get for the question right each time. And in the challenge detail page, advocates and only administrators can see a list of advocates who completed the challenge, the answer they selected, and if that answer was correct or incorrect. For example, here is a list of advocates who have completed the superhero trivia quiz, and you can also see how long ago they completed that quiz. And over here on the right, you can see the details of every advocate's response. And these details are great indicators of identifying what advocates have learned or what they haven't learned, giving administrators immediate feedback to improve a certain blog post or product demo that they quiz their advocates on. Integration of quizzes with other stages. So there are many ways for you to utilize this quiz stage with other existing stage features that we have available. The first one is that you can ask your advocates to share an article that your organization created and then quiz them on that article. The second one, you can complete an action online, such as viewing a live product demo or watching a YouTube video and quizzing them on what they just watched. And similar to sharing a link, you can get your advocates to comment on a blog and quiz them on the blog itself. Or you can have fun and create a light quiz for your advocates, such as the superhero trivia quiz, and then have them upload an image of their favorite superhero t-shirt to further boost engagement. Now, why do advocates love quizzes, and why are they so effective? 3 reasons. First of all, they're easy, straightforward, and they require very little time to complete. It takes more effort to read a proper article, essay, or book that was posted in the challenge in comparison to just a short 3 to 5 minute quiz. Secondly, they are great for the attention-grabbing effect. It's an instant fix to boredom through an interactive testing element by asking users questions, and they feel very valuable when they do so. And lastly, people love to receive instant gratification and instant results. That's exactly what quizzes are aimed to do. It's immediate satisfaction for advocates knowing what their score was. Now, how do quizzes benefit you as administrators? Administrators would spend less time approving quizzes, so it's definitely a reduction in challenge confirmation. It's a fun way of making people want to learn more about your organization, your product releases, or any content that you create. And your message can be retained longer in the advocate's mind. There's clear evidence from experiments that testing people on material after learning it makes them more likely to retain that information in the long run. And as mentioned before, you can analyze what your advocates absorbed from the quiz by seeing their results right away, allowing administrators to consistently improve their content to maximize comprehension and understanding on behalf of the advocate. Now, here are some actionable tips on creating a great quiz. If you want to catch an advocate's attention, do 2 key things. First, have a captivating title, such as the hardest quiz you'll ever take, and this immediately questions curiosity and inquiry. The choice and arrangement of words and how an audience perceives it can make or break an advocate's interest right away, so it's important to have that hook. To pair with a captivating title, you need to have some sort of visual, so either an image or a GIF related to that title or challenge. Here we have Ross from Friends, who is stressing about having to take a really hard quiz. So it makes people wonder, how hard really is this quiz? The saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, couldn't be more true. Images can display a very visual connection in ways that words can't. And some other general tips. Multiple choice questions should have generally around 3 to 4 response options. All responses are approximately the same length. Avoid complex sentences, ambiguous terms, and slang. And if you do create true and false questions, avoid using absolute words like only, never, and always. Absolute words restrict possibilities. It implies that the statement must be true 100% of the time, and that usually gives away false indicators. If response options must include negative terms, negative words should be capitalized. So So for example, which of the following is not a type of soil? It helps with enhancing the clarity of your question. The possibilities are endless. These were some future considerations for improving the quiz stage down the road. As of now, this is what a typical quiz question looks like. So which plastic had a father who invented the toaster strudel from Mean Girls? And you have your different response options followed by how many points for answering correctly. In the future, we could potentially have a text input format setting in which advocates can type in their own answers. So it could allow for more thinking or creativity on their end. Another future consideration would be to add images or GIFs along the way for each answer option to enhance that visual effect as well. So that's all I have to say about our new quiz stage feature. Now we will take a look at some questions from our users and administrators. First one being, should quizzes be more fun-focused or educationally focused? I believe that there should be a good 50-50 balance. I've learned here at Influitive that they taught us that there are 3 different categories when it comes to challenge creation that you can focus on and balance your strategy around. So the first one would be 33% of fun challenges, 33% of educational challenges, and 33% of ask challenges. So you can kind of take that concept and apply it in the same way as you would when you're creating your quiz stage. So you could maybe initially start out with creating a very fun, lighthearted quiz to boost engagement, and then follow that up with some more educationally focused quizzes about teaching advocates about a certain app that you just released or a certain product that you'd like to advertise more. And the second question, how long should quizzes be? I would definitely keep the quiz short and sweet. People love quizzes because they don't take a lot of time. And as a fun fact, the average quiz takes about 2 minutes and 27 seconds to complete. So it should be short enough that people won't get bored, but it should be long enough that you can create meaningful information out of it. So the ideal number, I would say, would be around 5 to 10 questions to ask, depending on your topic and your audience. And I'm just reading on the chat here. Can you show us again where you can activate the quiz feature? Absolutely. So I'm just going to go back here and quickly show you guys where you can find that. Just give me 1 second. Awesome. So when you are in your Advocate Hub, you just go into your administrative page, and on the top right corner of the screen, you will just click that, and you can see that it's going to have a drop-down menu of Edit Profile and Settings. So you can click Settings. And then the second one, after you are in the Settings page, you just go to the drop-down menu on System, and you will see Influitive Labs. And then from there, you can just check mark the quiz stage. And then everything will be enabled, and you'll be good to go. And another question from Elizabeth Spillers, how do you add the images to quiz answers, like the different Mean Girls? That was actually a future consideration for when we are improving our quiz stage. So currently that is not available. But what you can do for now is to just add a really captivating image when you are selecting your banner for when you are creating your challenge. That's all you can do for now, but we will definitely try and continue to improve that by adding pictures along the way for every question. And I'm just waiting if there's any other questions. Here's one that recently came up about points. How many points should we be rewarding each advocate? I would say around, normally the average points is between 5 to 10 for every question. Now let's say if you have around 5 to 10 questions in your quiz, then those points tend to accumulate if, let's say, every person gets every question right. So I wouldn't allocate too many, but then also have it incentivizing enough so that people will continue to complete every question. So I would do, if you're doing a fun quiz, maybe more of a lighthearted one, stick to around 3 to 5 points per question. And if you're doing more of an educationally based one, then stick to maybe 5 to 10 points for every question. And if those are all the questions there, then thank you so much for listening in. As you can see, quizzes are a great strategy that many companies implement today. And from a marketing standpoint, you can easily generate leads through quizzes. These leads then become more active advocates, cycling engagement loyalty, and definitely helps with administration efficiency. So it's an amazing social tool to directly interact with your customers and make them feel very valuable. So once again, thank you so much for attending, and I'll see you next time at the AdvocateHub class.